G'day, legends! What's up, boys? How are we, guys? Good to see everyone. Oh my god, let me get this sorted out. How are we, boys? What's good? What is this audio? We're just tweaking things. Just relax, mate. We'll get it sorted out. Ear grape, Jesus Christ, the audio. My ears! Let me turn it down. Oh, that audio is horrible. Hang on, let me fix the audio. All right, how's this? This should be better. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. This is better. This is better. This is better. Okay, we're back. Sorry about the ear grape, guys. My mistake. I apologize. That was mean of me. Shouldn't have done that. The ear grape was not good. That was mean, and I take it back, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. How is everyone? What's up, Alex? Good to see you, man. What is up, Justin Kennedy? Good to see you, brother. What's up, Noob Cake? Good to see you. Oh, I meant oi oi, but we panicked so that we could be first. And now we are first. How are you, Mr. C? Good to see you, mate. Nice to see you, Donk. Lend his hat to Dougie. He did lend me his hat, and good on him for doing that. What a bloody legend. Dougie went to Vietnam to learn about the rice farming in person to help out with RimWorld. I did. I needed to know how to farm rice in IRL. So here we are in Vietnam to figure it out in IRL. I miss ESPN. Yes, the Paramount deal is turning the UFC woke, and I don't like it. I know. I'm sorry about the audio. I'm sorry about the audio. I'm sorry. Casting couch setup. It's not a casting couch setup. It's a hotel room. Juggy's turned us all deaf. My bad. Where are you? I'm in Vietnam. Have you not seen the thumbnail, Noob Cake? Hotel. We're in a hotel. Grandma house is set up. Deffy's corner. He's got the mic in Vietnam. I bought the microphone. Here, mate. What do you want from me? There's a little bit of an echo. Well, it's a hotel room. You know what I mean? We're in a hotel room. It's going to echo. Reverb, how are you listening to yourself? I've got it open on my phone just to see how the stream looks and sounds. But we've turned that up now. What's up, Rob's neighbor? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, Meat Rocket. I appreciate it. Dougie is there to finish what America started. Oh, my God. I've bought some merchandise already. You know what? We might even... You know what, chat? I've got to do the stream in this shirt. 1 second. Oh no, I've misplaced it. Where has it gone? Where's my red communist shirt? My brother must have it in his pile of goodies that we bought. Tomorrow we'll do it. Tomorrow we'll do the stream in my red communist shirt. I have a red communist shirt, but my brother must have it. It's up in his hotel room. That's all right. Well, tomorrow we'll do it with the red communist shirt. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I've got the old background downloaded, so we'll fix the background tomorrow. I thought we'd just do today's stream like this, just to acknowledge that the streams are going to be a little bit different for the next 2 weeks. Dougie's there to finish what America started. Are you in Vietnam right now? I needed to send you a gift package ASAP. I am in Vietnam now, Mr. C. It's pretty awesome, man. How are you, Slim? Good to see you, dude. 6 a.m. here in England. Just about to go to work. Have a good day at work, Slim. Have a good day at work, brother. Dougie, why did you escape to Vietnam right after the Mexican cartel boss was gunned down? Well, I had to get out of Australia because the Mexican cartel knew that I organized it, chat. Is this the grand compound opening? This is the grand compound opening. How many men's hands have you sniffed in the back of the scooter? Oh my God, the scooter's here, Nacho. I've sniffed so much hair. It's been glorious. How are you, Simply Kudos? Good morning, Vietnam. My collar is blue, but my neck is red. My collar blue, but my neck is red. Communism is green. No, it's so cool here, man. So we'll talk MMA. I've got the MMA news up. We can absolutely talk MMA. I've got the old laptop here. So we're going to be doing MMA talk. We can even do tier lists. Don't worry about that. So the show is still going to stay. Why isn't the chat here? Why can't you see the chat? The chat should be here. Why isn't the chat here? Literally the chat should be here. Why isn't the chat there? Let me delete the chat. Let me re-add the chat then. We'll add the chat. Add window. Add existing window. Add chat. There's the chat. There we go. The chat should be there like that. And the chat should be behind me. So it looks like that. Yeah, so we're going to be able to, I'm going to keep up with the MMA content. We're going to still be doing the streams. They're just going to probably be a little bit earlier than usual to the Australians and to the everyone. They're probably going to be a little bit earlier. So we can still do tier lists. We can still do the streams. Tomorrow, well, maybe not tomorrow, but the stream after tomorrow, the background will probably be the same. So that is pretty much my plan for the week. My plan for tomorrow is to do an IRL stream out there in the streets of Vietnam. And I'm thinking, if you want to see that stream, rather than it being the members on this channel, I might have it over on the other gaming channel. I'm not sure, because it would sort of ruin the algorithm if it's a public stream on this channel, whereas on the other channel, it can be public, you know, and that way it's free to everyone. Whereas if I put it behind the members paywall, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So anyway, let me read some chats and we'll get it going. Morning, Dougie. I lived in Vietnam for a year and I absolutely loved it. I tell you what, Mr. Nice, with the prices here, I could see myself moving to Vietnam in the very near future. We're in Ho Chi Minh, Mr. C. We are in Ho Chi Minh, brother. Communism is just about except for everything instead of just... I have no idea what that sentence says, Chino. Communism is just EBT, but except for everything instead of blacks. That... I have no idea how that could make any sense to any human being ever. What kind of food do they have in Vietnam? Apparently everything. So we have had breakfast here already, noob cake, and it was bacon and eggs. It was great. You know the dreams where your punches are weak and you don't hurt anyone? I had the opposite last night and I was KO punching so many people. You were one punch man, Nacho. One punch man. Big up the grafters. You know what we do. Have a great time in Vietnam. Thank you, Slim, but we'll still be working. The MMA content will be back. I've got the background, so I'm just going to green screen the old channel's background in the streams going forward, mate. So it shouldn't change too much. I just don't have the files for the intro saved on this computer. Mad dog, you mad cunt. How was your flight? It was really good, man. It was really good. So we left very late last night, Melbourne time. We obviously got here very early in the morning, and I had 2 Valiums and slept throughout the entire time. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It is exciting, Noob Game. We pay for the members for a reason. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Fled to Vietnam to escape the koala plague. People forget, man. Koalas will give you AIDS. Not AIDS. Syphilis. Syphilis. Fuck those grey name plebeians. What's up, Paul? How are you, man? Imagine having a grey name in the chat in Big 2026. Yeah, so what do we reckon? What do we reckon? Do we think, you know what? Let us leave it up as a... Let us leave it up as a poll. Let's leave it up as a poll. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow's stream is going to be guaranteed outdoors for the members. Tomorrow's stream is going to be guaranteed for the members outdoors. It'll be about an hour to 2 hours earlier than this one. Tomorrow's stream will be guaranteed for the members outdoors. Look at the thumbnail, Crisp. Look at the thumbnail to the live stream. I'm in Vietnam, brother. Now, if you want spontaneous live streams, because I might just feel like going live while I'm here at any random point, like just whipping out my phone, putting on the lapel mic and just doing a live stream. So if you want spontaneous Vietnam live streams, that is what the other channel is for, the gaming IRL content channel. So tomorrow's live stream, guaranteed, members only, walking the streets, and then spontaneous whenever I feel like doing them. Maybe there won't be any, maybe there will be some, I don't fucking know. Depends what mood I'm in. Those will be over on the other channel. I think that's the right way to please both people here. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week. But there we go, mate. There we go. I'm good, better. How are you, man? Drug addict and then talk shit about weed. Drug addict and then talk shit about weed. Drug addict and then talk shit about... You calling me a drug addict? For having some Valium on a plane and going to sleep? That's not a drug addict. A drug addict would be taking Valium all the fucking time. I never take it, like ever. Only when I'm going on a flight to get some sleep. Ladyboys tier list. You know, we might do what MMA fighters would make the best Ladyboys tier list of 2026 M4 operator while we're in Southeast Asia. Thoughts on Herb Dean picking his mic in Guru's mouth? That's disgusting, Crisp. Nice one, mate. It's pretty good, Dinger. It's pretty good. Koalas have chlamydia, not syphilis. You've been sleeping with the wrong animal, Dougie. Fuck. What gave me syphilis then? Where am I? I am in Vietnam. I am not in New Zealand. Found any random poo piles on the streets? I am in Vietnam, not in India, actually. If I was in India, there'd be poo everywhere, mate. I can't use my American debit card here in Vietnam, so I can't pay for a membership, unfortunately. You're in Ho Chi Minh City. I am in Ho Chi Minh City. That is correct. Yeah, so don't stress. If you haven't got a membership, the members will get rewarded for being members by having a guaranteed members stream tomorrow. However, if you're not a member, you will get a spontaneous whenever I feel like it stream over on the other channel. How is Nam? Vietnam is beautiful. Everyone here is very friendly. Everything is very cheap. I could see myself living here. This is pretty great. Is this the Daggy's Corner yellow face stream? Don't be racist, B-Tub. Vietnam and India are the same thing. No, they're not. I've now been to both. India is far more disgusting. Are you on all chat or I'm getting censored? You're getting censored. The channel is shadow banned and people are getting censored for no reason these days. It's very weird. Yes, Dougie the lad, grafting, never stop, fair play. We all got to pay them bills, enjoy the Vietnamese beers. I will. That's what we're going to be doing after this. So yeah, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't wait to have a shower, maybe a little bit of a nap, and then head out for the beers. And we're going to make some MMA content tomorrow morning. Is this a Paramount movie? This is a Paramount movie. Does it feel like the quality of a Paramount movie? If you're not a member, what the fuck are you even doing here? That's true, Chino. Like, imagine, dude. Imagine not being a member on Dougie's Corner. Dude, imagine. Are the people in Vietnam nice? Yeah, everyone here has been really lovely. Really, really lovely so far. Obviously, we haven't had too much of a chance to, get out there too much. We've only been to the local market. Thank you so much, M4 operator, for the $10, man. I appreciate it, brother. Is Charlie in the tree still? I don't even know what that meant. Oh, a Charlie in the tree. Dude, they have taken the war here with so much grace. Like, they lean into it completely. When we were going to the markets, there's like T-shirts and memorabilia around the war. It's still like communism versus the West here. There's a giant communist flag like everywhere. It's fucking hilarious, M4 operator. I really love it here. M4 operator. Yeah, I really love it here, man. Thank you for the $10, dude. I appreciate it. Best beer is the Saigon Special. Well, we'll be getting some Saigon Specials. Don't worry about that. Mick Parkin pulled out of his fight for undisclosed reasons, but I suspect it's because Team Aspinall pulled him because D'Elia was so bad they can't risk another terrible performance. Yeah, let's talk about this. The breakdown of Team Aspinall, right? Like, this was meant to be the heavyweight super gym of Europe. And instead, Ante D'Elia gets beaten by essentially a jab. Tom Aspinall is destroyed by a karate stance of Cyril Gane. Not destroyed, but, hurt by a karate stance of Cyril Gane. It's not looking good for this heavyweight superpower gym now that it's finally being tested at the top levels of MMA. What's your Vietnam War story? I don't have one yet, simply. Well, actually, I do. The scooter. I've been taking scooters everywhere here. And being on the scooter from the airport all the way to the hotel scares the shit out of me. I've seen so many... What is he laughing at? I've seen so many people nearly have accidents on the roads. It's actually fucking crazy, mate. Dougie only travels to Asia to feel tall. We are tall here. This is true, mate. What is this? Oh, my brother's at the gym. Sick. There's a sick gym down the street for us. Actually fucking crazy, mate. Dougie only travels to Asia to feel tall. We are tall Sick. My brother's already at the gym. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where am I to? Did Mick Parkin actually get pulled? I haven't seen that on anywhere on MMA Twitter today, but all the MMA Twitter... Oh, thank you so much, Alex, for the $5, man. I appreciate it. Go say, Xin Sao Tao Li Moi Chang Ti Gao Tan to the locals. It's a great compliment. I bet it isn't. I bet it's probably an insult. Xin Sao Toi Loi Moi Ching Te Dong Ting Ye. Say it to the locals. I don't think I will. I think it's going to be a huge fucking insult. I don't think I will be saying that to the locals. But thank you for the $5, Alex. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the $5, dude. Where am I to? Are you and your brother going to go to a swingers club with Mr. C? No, we're not going to Dan Hooker Max while we're here, actually. Okay? No Dan Hooker Maxing while we are here. Vietnam beat the US. They're the only ones to beat the greatest country ever. Tell that to Russia, mate. Deleuze 100% lost, but one judge scoring the second round for Spivak is ridiculous. Yeah, that is a bit weird. The 30-27 was very, very fucking strange, right? Clip Dougie saying Tom got destroyed. Someone please. No, it was a misspeak, all right? I've been awake for a while. I didn't have the bet. Well, I was Valiumed out. I've been traveling, all right? It's all. Why do I always make up excuses? Why can't I just say I don't know how to speak properly and I'm an idiot? I saw them at the Swingers Club last night without me and broke me bloody heart, mate. It's the first thing Dougie and his brother did when they got off the plane. They ran straight into the Swingers Club. I heard that too, Nacho. You didn't hear shit, Paul. You didn't hear shit, all right? The gyms are fucking great for $3 entry. Dude, it's so cheap here. It's actually insane. I need to move here. Please keep donating, chat. Please keep donating. I'm going to move to Vietnam. The gym is just bamboo sticks with concrete on the end of them as dumbbells. Hey, Chino, whatever gets it done, brother. Dougie is already guru maxing on the stream. What have I done? Oh, texting on the stream? I'm messaging my brother back. Dougie will return to Australia as a Muay Thai master. Not in Vietnam, noob cake. You're thinking of Thailand. Dougie admits Tom got... I didn't admit Tom got destroyed. There's been no switch up. There will be no switch up. Dougie admits Tom Aspinall got destroyed. Farmer, there will be no switch up. Yes, Dougie lad, got a buckle of buckwheat for when we clock off today. Beautiful, mate. Enjoy the Vietnamese adventure. I am. It's going to be awesome, man. We're going to go shooting, food testing, all that kind of stuff. I've already started filming the vlog. So you guys who are fans of the camping vlogs, there is going to be a Dougie in Vietnam vlog. Clip Dougie saying that he fondles Guru's wiener. Never said that. And if you want to see some funny Dougie clips, make sure to go check out Dark Light Delirium's page. It is actually pretty good. Right. Let's move over. Let's move over to some MMA news. We got Sean O'Malley. I'm sure you guys have seen this, but we'll switch over to some MMA news. We got Sean O'Malley. He's very, very upset that Conor Benn is getting paid $15 million to fight in Zuffa Boxing. I don't even know who Conor Benn is. It's crazy how you put so much fucking work into the UFC, build a name and the star. I'm not making $15 million a fight. This is why Luke Thomas has been screaming for ages that UFC fighters, they need to unionize. They need to do some sort of collective bargaining agreement because the boxing fighters obviously did that a very long time ago, and the boxing open market rate is very different to the MMA open market rate. Therefore, they're going to have different prices for them. So yeah, it does suck that you're not getting paid the same amount of money as Conor Benn. And which is very strange because even I saw Mighty Mouse online saying he's never heard of Conor Benn either. It sucks for them. It sucks for them, man, but it is what it is. The only thing that's going to change anything is if all the top-level UFC talent get together and just say, we're not fighting. We're not fighting for a year until our demands are met. I mean, what else can they say, you know? How are you, Jock? Good to see you, man. How are you, brother? It's good to see you, dude. How are you, dude? What's up, MMA Master? How are you, man? Are you not in Australia? I'm not in Australia. I'm literally sitting in Vietnam right now. But I have a nice rice hat on for the entire vlog. We have bought the rice hats. We have bought the communist t-shirt. It's just upstairs in my brother's room, and my brother is in the gym. Put the McBarkin news in the Discord. I put the new, it's just the AI summary. Not very exciting, but it's proof of Team Aspinall's folly. I'll check it out. Let me open up the Discord here. Oh, also, guys, if the stream crashes for no reason, I'm back on my old laptop, and my old laptop would just crash for no reason. So if the stream does just crash for no reason, just give it 10 minutes and I'll be back on. I won't leave without saying goodbye to you guys. So just a little warning while we're here in Vietnam. My old laptop will play its old games. Also, please like the stream as well, guys. Okay, so we have got some news from Nacho. Let's check it out. I'm going to switch that over to the Discord. Boom. Mick Parkin withdrew his scheduled fight against Mario Pinto on March 31st, 2026 at UFC Fight Night 270. I don't know why we're numbering the UFC Fight Nights, but there we go. For undisclosed reasons, he was subsequently replaced by Felipe Franco. Okay, well look, this has got nothing to do with Team Aspinall's failure. Okay, maybe he was poked in the eye in training. We don't know. You don't know. He could have been poked in the eye in training, Nacho. We just simply don't know, mate. We just don't know, all right? So don't be putting this on Tom Aspinall, okay? That's just not fair. That's not fair at all, all right? Shevchenko actually does some of her fight camps partially in Vietnam. Oh, I just didn't think they had much of a fighting scene here. I assume they have like a kickboxing scene here, but I don't think they'd have much of a Muay Thai scene here. Dang censorship. Yes, the censorship is very annoying these days. Dougie's been riding a scooter in Vietnam. I have been riding a scooter in Vietnam. Do you guys want to see me riding a scooter in Vietnam? I'll share a clip of me riding a scooter in Vietnam. I'll put it in the Discord and then I'll play it on the big screen. How about that, guys? I'll put it in the Discord and then I'll share it on the big screen. How are you, Jock? I hope that you've been well, man. What's up? The UFC doesn't generate as much money as boxing, right? So it kind of makes sense that they don't pay them as much. The UFC does generate more money than boxing. Well, the UFC, because it's one organization, does generate quite a bit of money. Boxing is many different organizations, so it's a little bit hard to tell the difference, Noob Cake, but the UFC does generate a revenue of over $1 billion a year, so that is something to consider. You know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. Alright, let's just turn that down and let's share what is going on over in the Discord. That's me whipping through the streets of Vietnam. And that's me brother filming me. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I think I shared this in the Discord as well earlier as we were driving directly into oncoming traffic. That was pretty fun. So it's been good. It's been very, very exciting, especially on those scooters. Those scooters will scare the hell out of you, man. Great Dana White. I agree, great Dana White. How are you, Ricky? Good to see you, mate. I hope you are well. You're in the Nam. I'm in the Nam. I've landed in the Nam. This is day one in Nam. If you aren't in Australia, where are you? I feel like I've said that enough. Do we see them on strike like it's a massive slap to the face to the fighters? It is a massive slap to the face to the fighters, Dinger, and I think we should see them on strike. To be honest, if they want to get $15 million to be fighters, there's only one way to do it, man. I thought I could feel a certain lack of aftershock quality. I know, this is why I was saying, Nacho, like, I will update the intro, but all the files to the intro are back in the office. I hope you have a nice trip, Dougie. Thank you, Jim, but we'll be keeping up with the content, man. So I'm going to wake up, I'm going to make my video, I'll do some lives. We're going to be keeping up with the content. You guys know that I don't get off my grind. Thoughts on Angus beef? Best beef in Australia, mate. I don't know how Dougie can remember before the stream would crash and you would just about abandon us. I don't know, Dougie. I can remember before the stream it would crash and you would just abandon us. Sometimes. If I was doing a 6-hour stream, I'd abandon you guys. But we will get our 1.5-hour streams a day. Don't worry about it. Pinwatt versus Gabe Stevenson. I'm not going to worry about Gable Stevenson until he's in the UFC actually fighting some proper level talent. And Nacho says, I'm trying to spread a narrative here, a narrative that you hate Tom Aspinall. I want to see you run with it, man. I'm not going to run with it. I don't hate Tom Aspinall. I don't think Team Aspinall is on the descent, all right? Team Aspinall is fine. They're fine, I tell you. Thoughts on the fact that you moved out of New Zealand to India 2.0 because they got better beef? Okay, listen, all right. I don't live in fucking New Zealand, okay? I live in Australia, all right? And do not call the glorious communist country of Vietnam India 2.0. I haven't seen any shit. Well, there have been cigarettes and homeless people, but it is very clean for a Southeast Asian country. I've been to a lot of them. Vietnam is very, very nice. Dick to butt on the scooter is crazy work. Well, I want it to be nice and close in there. And saying how the hotel internet in a third world country is better than the premium Aussie internet, isn't it? I don't even need a fucking Ethernet cable for this. It's just working. What's up, Jedhead? How are you, man? The driver is obviously taking it easy on me. He was, mate. He was. Are you going to India next? I'm never going back to India again in my life. It's all about margins, to be honest. UFC can make more money than boxing, but boxing can still be more profitable. I don't know if boxing can be more profitable because boxing isn't one company, whereas UFC is. Boxing is a sport. I think boxers can make more money because individual boxers do individual shows and sell big tickets for them. But there's not really like boxing per se, whereas MMA is essentially UFC, right? Why would they give Ben 15 million when he won't generate anything close to that? They're long-term investments. It's about paying the names that are up at the top of the sport now, getting them into Zuffa Boxing, getting the eyes to Zuffa Boxing, while Zuffa Boxing is busy building up undercard fighters. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Coming to you live. Everyone say hi to my brother. He's coming to you live from a Vietnamese gym right now while I'm busy doing the stream from the hotel room. It's bloody good stuff. What's up, bro? How are you right now? What is today's plans? Today's plans was breakfast, buy clothes, and then take it fucking easy because it's been a long travel day. Are they really fine? Is Delisha getting his ears blocked off by Spivak fine? No, actually, it is. We do have to talk about that, right? Like, I'm not turning on Team Aspinall. The switch up is not happening. But Ante Delisha is a former PFL champion. He is Tom Aspinall's main training partner. How does he not know how to deal with a jab? Like, it's got to be... There's just questions that need to be asked. Number one, how is Tom Aspinall so blind that he can't play with his children, but he can kick a soccer ball around? Number two, how is Ante Delisha Tom Aspinall's main training partner and he doesn't know what to fucking do when someone is jabbing him to the face? We have problems with Team Aspinall. Vietnamese women have a lot of bush. Okay, MMA master. You should go to Mexico. It's beautiful this time of the year. I hear it's on fire. Dougie, are you going to do IRL streams? Get out there and do a stream, you bastard. Here's the plan, chat ahead. Tomorrow's stream is going to happen, guaranteed. IRL in the members section. Members only. I will probably end up doing spontaneous live streams whenever I feel like it. They will happen on the second channel. The link to the second channel is down in the description of this video. So if you want at least one guaranteed stream, that'll be tomorrow. That'll be for the members section. Every stream after that is going to be right here, and I'm just going to put the old background up as a green screen. Spontaneous live streams over on the other channel. The gym is really good here. I can't wait to get to the gym, brother. Get back to the bench. Yeah, get benching, Aussie. Ben will definitely generate $15 million, especially if they do the crossovers with other promotions. They will never do crossovers with other promotions. That is part of how the UFC tricks everyone. Well, not tricks, but like, that is part of how the UFC markets and promotes itself as the best company out there, because it doesn't do cross promotion with Ryzen fighters, Bellator fighters, PFL fighters, Cage Warriors fighters. Instead, it waits for their biggest names to be past their prime and then brings them over to the UFC and forces one of them to fight a young up-and-comer, therefore embarrassing the biggest name of one of those other companies. What's doing, Adlai? How much you benching, bro? How much you benching, little bro? Zuffa Boxing will not continue to pay anything like that now it's rolling. They're just paying for the hype to start off the whole thing. Yeah, exactly right, Paul. So think about it, right? You do Zuffa Boxing, you get like 10 Apex cards where you're paying them fucking nothing. During these 10 Apex cards where you're paying them fucking nothing, you're finding out who the best talent is, who's getting the most clicks, who's generating the most highlights. And that way you can select your undercard for the $15 million Ben card, the numbered card, the Ben card. So you get Conor Benn in there, Eddie Benn, whatever his fucking name is, Conor Benn, I believe, for $15 million. And then you take your best athletes that you found from all the meta cards and put him on the undercard. This is how you slowly start building a fight promotion that is actually going to be something in the boxing world. And the other boxing organizations never even thought to do this, although they also didn't have the power to go directly to Congress and get them to change the rules, mate. D'Elia hasn't been able to train with Aspinall in his last 2 fights. What do you mean he hasn't been able to train with Aspinall in his last 2 fights? Because of the eye poke? You do think, though, like, you know, after being a lifelong martial artist, you would know what to do about a jab. Like, you shouldn't be worrying about what to do about a jab in your most recent 2 fights when you've been a PFL champion. That would be like me being a drywaller and being like, wait, how do I screw the sheets in again? Do you think Uros can beat Leon if they fought? Uros Medic versus Leon. Oh yeah, Uros Medic is going to sleep him, mate. We never, ever turn our backs on Spedic again. So it's such a bad team that if one guy's in there, everyone else can't handle their job, Mr. C. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not switching up on Team Tom, but there are problems here. Even crazier that D'Elia basically finished Acosta before it and they let it carry on and he gets absolutely schooled by Spivak. Yeah, it does goes to show, like, what are we doing with Waldo Ortez Acosta here, right? Does Callum Walsh more than let's say Brandon Moreno? Does Callum Walsh more than let's say... Does Callum Walsh more than let's... Does Callum Walsh get paid more than Brandon Moreno? Probably. Hilltop Gaming Channel. The Hilltop Gaming Channel, you'll notice it says Hilltop/IRL. That's the one, Shedderhead. I missed the Dougie's Corner sign. Don't worry, after tomorrow's stream, it's going to be green screen in the background. So the Dougie's Corner sign will still be there, mate. Because we've got to turn this stream into shorts. And the Dougie's Corner sign needs to be there for shorts. So I'm going to be lacking on shorts content for the next 2 days. I'll have to just make it up. Like, just make individual reels and shorts. The way that I used to with a voiceover and some images. Also, D'Elia trained with Aspinall for the Acosta fight. It was 1 or 2 weeks after. Also, D'Elia trained with Aspinall for his Costa fight. It was 1 or 2 weeks after the gun fight. Yes. I get what you're saying. Like, Ante D'Elia was obviously in training camp. His training camp wasn't 2 weeks long. Like, D'Elia fought 2 weeks after Tom Aspinall got his eyes poked, but he was in 11-week training camp. So he had like 9 weeks training with Tom Aspinall, and he doesn't know what to do about a jab. Aljo versus Bendon Henderson at RAF 6. I don't give a fuck about RAF. I don't care about real American freestyle wrestling. I'm not interested in it at all. It's not really a fight. It's 2 guys hugging each other. Aspinall's gym is like a line of stacked dominoes. Yes, now that Aspinall has toppled over, they're all going to be toppling over. And it makes me sad. What is up, Mixed Martial Artist? Good to see you, man. Got to give Spedic his credit. You do have to give Uros Spedic his credit. He is going to sleep Leon Edwards, and it is going to be glorious. What's with the new background? Crispy, you know where I am. I've answered you this many times. Are the Vietnamese people friendly? So far, everyone's been very, very friendly. So far, everything's been really awesome. You should go around the streets and ask random people what they think about Tom and then clip it for the shorts. That is a great idea. We might do that in tomorrow's stream. Hey, what do you think about Tom Aspinall, and is he lying about his eye poke? That is a genius idea, Mr. C. Well done, sir. Right, let's jump back over to the Twitter news and see what we can see with our eyes that we have in our face. What do we got? What do we got going on? Uncle Dana is ready for the fighters to revolt. So Sean O'Malley is pissed off again. Everyone else is ready about that. Everyone's just talking about Sean O'Malley being pissed. Okay, we'll talk about this. Ronda Rousey. Yeah, we'll talk about this. Ronda Rousey, God, she's an insufferable... She's just such an insufferable human being. She really is. Just that face. God, she's got a punchable face. Thank you, MMA Ding Up, for the $2, man. I really appreciate it. Let's get the donos going, man. Buy the man some Vietnamese beer. Thank you, Dinger. I appreciate the $2, brother. Yeah, mate, I can't wait to get into the beers tonight. You think I was day drinking during the summer? Oh my God, am I going to be day drinking while I'm here? All right, so Ronda Rousey says, I feel like the story and everything behind it is not even about the fight. It's about MVP MMA versus the UFC, and we're going to go so fucking hard in the trenches. We're helping them because they're suffering from a lack of competition. They can't make a class action lawsuit every couple of years as the cost of doing business. God, she's an annoying bitch. There is no competition for MVP versus UFC. Like, the UFC does big events every single month. Every single month, they do a named event. I know right now that's going to sound weird because we're at the start of the year. And at the start of the year, things are usually a little slow. Especially now that we have the UFC White House card coming up. So nothing's been announced, because if you announce something, it ruins the UFC White House card. But that doesn't mean that the upcoming cards aren't going to be good. MVP, Jake Paul's promotion, does Jake Paul fighting people he shouldn't be fighting, and one-offs like this. And one-offs like this can only last for so long. They're not going to last forever. The other thing that MVP Promotions does is women's boxing. Women's boxing is never, ever going to be a competition for the UFC. Literally never. So Ronda, once again, is doing what Ronda's always done, and she is just talking shit straight out of her ass. Thank you again, MMA Ding Up, for the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man. You should go into the streets. We did that one. If you were Jeff Neal, would you feel some type of way about Spivak's interruptive ninja dance as you're laying unconscious? No, that's the game. That's just a bit of fun. Getting danced on by a Serbian ninja is all part of the game. And as USean said at the post-fight press conference and in the post-fight speech itself, he's sorry that he had to knock out Jeff Neal. He likes Jeff Neal. And this is a very Serbian attitude. I'm sorry that I have to dominate you and kill you, but I am going to dominate and kill you. And that's the game. I agree with Sean. I've never heard of that Ben dude either. Yeah, no one's fucking heard of him until now. Signing him for this much money is what seems to have given Conor Benn all of the name value. Although maybe it's just because we're not tapped into the MMA world as much as other people are. Like, I bet Shotgun's heard of Conor Benn. He watches he watches boxing all the time. Any chance Ilya holds out for the Conor Benn fight? No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do the Conor Benn fight. They're not going to do Ilya Topuria versus Conor Benn. Any diarrhea yet from the street food? Honestly, haven't had any street food yet. Got off the plane, went to a Starbucks to get a coffee, and then went to a local, like, nice cafe for, like, a decent Western breakfast. Haven't had any street food yet. Ronda has the best pocket boxing. Okay, Crisp has turned into Toad. I like that. You know, I like that. I like Crisp being Toad. If Ronda gets KO'd by Gina, do you think she does the press conference? No, fuck no. Oh my God, no. Remember when Ronda used to talk so much shit about everyone, and then she got knocked out by Holly Holm and just fucking disappeared for 2 years? Ronda's got the biggest ego in the world, but also the most fragile ego in the world too. If Ronda Rousey, we've read that one. Hot damn, we in Vietnam. Damn right, meat rocket. I'm shocked that they're having 2 title fights in the Miami card. It makes me very curious about the White House card. Look, maybe they're not going to have 6 or 7 title fights in the White House card. Maybe they're just going to have 3 absolute fucking bangers. We don't know. And this is why they haven't announced too much officially yet. The White House event is turning into a bit of a disaster. No, it isn't. Not even close. Everything's absolutely fine for the White House event. Like, literally everything is fine. MVP funneled the bag by not getting the Anthony Smith tournament. Dude, imagine not getting a heavyweight Anthony Smith. Like, dude, imagine not getting a heavyweight Anthony Smith tournament. MVP needs the best heavyweights in the world, Justin Tuffer. Now we're talking. Thoughts on Neil Magny's pocket boxing your throat? That's disgusting. And I'm Serbian. So I pocket box Neil Magny's throat. I destroy Neil Magny. Conor Benn is big in boxing. He fought Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah, this is the thing, right? Like, I just don't think we as MMA fans are that locked into boxing to be like, this is bullshit. Why is he getting this kind of money? I don't fucking know. How did MVP not sign MVP for the first time in a Netflix card? I mean, MVP can't even get fights in the UFC. So you're right, Nacho. You're right. Conor Benn is big in the UK, which is a market they really need a champ from since they don't have one. Tom Aspinall? No, in boxing, yeah. Excuse me. Although I believe Tyson Fury is coming out of retirement. Am I hearing this correct? Tyson Fury is coming out of retirement. Don't ever compare me to Toad. Toad's a good kid, mate. MVP is the best promotion for the best fighters in history. No, it isn't. Well, actually, MVP has signed now Ronda Rousey, and it has signed the black boxer, Mike Tyson, and it has signed Anthony Joshua. So actually, MVP is making some moves. Thank you, MMA Dinger, for another 2 Aussie dollars. That is going to get me so far over here in Vietnam. How many fighters would it take for a strike? 2 to work? Oh, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't take much, right? Like if Alex Pereira, Sean O'Malley, Ilya Tapuria, Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje, Yuri Prohaska, like if these fighters, the big name fighters, the ones that need to headline the cards, if these guys went on strike, if you could get 15 core fighters to go on strike, the UFC would actually be like pretty fucked. Thank you again for the $2 MMA Digger. I appreciate you, mate. Manny versus Mayweather 2. And not just Manny versus Mayweather 2, mate. Manny versus Mayweather 2 at the Sphere. They're going to be doing the show at the Sphere, can you believe it? I didn't think anyone would bother doing a show at the Sphere. So yeah, Manny versus Mayweather 2 at the Sphere. Pretty crazy, man. I've turned into a Spivak fan now that I watch MMA Gods punish him for that. Yeah, you're trying to run some fucked up reverse psychology, Nacho. You're trying to get us, the fan, you're trying to get the MMA Gods to turn on Spivak. You're trying to make him one of your retarded Danny Barlow-esque fighters, and it's not going to work. 97% of boxing is still game boring. I agree, Ched. It's just not fun to watch. Even the stuff that they're putting on at the Meta Apex is just not fun to watch, mate. I was a huge GFL fan. It could have been massive. MVP might do a Jack Johnson versus Muhammad Ali next. I don't understand. MVP might do... Oh, the promotion, not the fighter. No, I think Muhammad Ali is dead. Is Muhammad Ali dead? I'm pretty sure he's dead. Tyson Fury came out of retirement more often than your brother comes in the ladies of the night. And that's a lot because he's an animal. Tyson was supposed to come out for Anthony Joshua. That's right. I remember. 0 title defenses, 0 full-time fights. Yeah, Tom Aspinall is the hero that England needs. Tom Aspinall is the face of British combat sports. Tom Aspinall is the man. We know this. Does a women's MMA fight deserve to be on the White House card? You're in a good mood, so I thought I would ask. How are you? My name is Deshaun. I'm in a great mood, mate. I'm on holiday. How can you not be on a good mood when you're on holiday, brother? Yes. I mean, it does. No. Yes. What am I saying? Does it deserve to be on the White House card? No. It's going to slow the White House card down. It's a waste of fight space. None of them are good enough to be on such a global platform. Is it going to be on the White House card? Probably 2 or 3, I would say. They didn't sign Anthony Joshua. They just did a crossover and they made MVP look bad. Oh, right. I thought they signed Anthony Joshua for like a 1-fight deal is what I got from that. Alex is making at least $5 million a fight. I don't think he cares that the other people are making a bit more than him. There's a big difference between $5 million a fight and $15 million a fight. Could you not use a spare $10 million, Nacho? UFC fighters will never strike. No, they're literally too stupid. If Bilal Muhammad goes on strike, the UFC is... Well, we can't lose big Bilal Muhammad. We can't be losing him. He is a fucking mainstay. We embrace the future champ, Uros Medic. Let's go, bro. The doctor, the dancer, a true renaissance man with Barlow. Okay, we don't need to be Barlow-esque, but praise be to the Spedic. And you know why we call him Uros Spedic? Because he turns other people into speds. He makes other people brain dead with how fucking quickly he sleeps them. He does it to other people. I was genuinely looking forward to the GFL. So was I. But it was like an ironic I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean, Jim? Like I was looking forward to, I can't wait to see how much of a shit show this is. What boy band are you visiting in Vietnam? I didn't know you meant to visit boy bands in Vietnam. I thought that was more of a South Korea thing. Sergei Spivak. Sergei Spivak. What a fighter. I'd love to fight him. It's interesting to think that would happen if the fighters decided not to fight and who would, e.g. how many would it take? Well, you could either do like... You know, the numbers of the low-level guys, so anyone that is on anything less than like 75 to 75, if they all went on strike, that would really hurt the UFC as well. You don't need it to be just the big-level guys. If the low-level guys go on strike, then you can't fill the undercards, you can't fill in ad revenue. Like, there is a reason the UFC is structured the way that it is. And it's very important to have those undercard guys on there, right? Boxing isn't the most exciting, but it's better than jiu-jitsu matches. Yes, that's not hard though, is it? Have you heard that they're thinking about putting a card on at the White House? What is this mood that you're in today, Crisp? What are we doing here today, Crisp? I don't get it. What are we playing at today here, Crisp? Why does America call holiday a vacation instead? I don't know. To me, we call it a holiday. What happened to the GFL? I forgot about that. They said they'd be back in the middle of last year, and then they never updated their Twitters again. I'm in talks with Leon's manager, telling him to stay the fuck away from Spedic. Spedic title run coming soon through Leon Edwards. Up, in, and through Leon Edwards is where the Spedic title run is going to be. How much blow do you reckon Jeff Neal is getting from his dealer right now? Oh, mate, to come out and say that I'm done with drugs, I'm done with alcohol, I'm living a cleaner life, and then to get locked into a cage with just an animal of a Serbian man. You're absolutely going to get back on drugs after that experience. I mean, how could you not? The GFL wasn't real and they spent the money that they never had. Yes, and some of the fighters, I believe, were suing them for wasted earning potential opportunities, which is just fucking great. It's just genius. Why does another country do things differently from my country? I forgot what the reference is. We call it why they call it a vacation and a holiday. We call it a vacation because we call things like Christmas and Easter a holiday. Oh, you mean the holiday. It's all holidays. Going on holiday, celebrating the holidays, or Christ's birthday, depending on how based you're trying to be. And you should be trying to be exceedingly based. We call it a vacation. I've done that. Let's pray that John Jones gets clean for 3 months before the Poatan fight. They're not going to do John Jones versus Alex Pereira. They're going to do Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane at the White House. Jeff works at Outback Steakhouse, and that's all he'll ever be fucking good for. Get me my bloomin' fucking onions. Can you bring up the top 7 welterweights and honestly break down what you think happens if Spivak fights them? You know what, Nacho? Absolutely. That's MMA content. And you know what I say about doing MMA content on an MMA stream? Yes. I'm tired, chat. I'm crashing. We might just make this a little bit of a shorter stream, like just over an hour, and then just pick it up tomorrow once I've had a decent night's sleep and something to eat. I'm crashing, chat. Oh, God. It's been a long 24 hours, man. I'll tell you that for free, chat. I'll give you that one for nothing, chat. I'll tell you what, chat. I'll chuck you this one for $0. It has been a long 24 hours. All right. What does the GOAT, Uros Medic, do to the top 10? Let's have a bloody look here. To the top 7. All right. So, at number 8 is Leon Edwards. I do think that Uros Medic chins Leon Edwards. I really do. At number 7 is Kamaru Usman. This is an interesting one. The wrestling of Kamaru, really good. Uros Medic, not a strong chin, not a strong wrestler, just power in his hands. Let me read some chats and then I'll continue on with this. Nacho is Leon Edwards' manager. He doesn't want Leon Edwards getting hurt. Jeff Neal hate will not be tolerated. I'm not hating Jeff Neal. I'm just having fun with it, mate. What are you doing for Ramadan this holiday season? ¿Qué pasa? I'm eating, bro. Why do Brits say going to the hospital and not going to the hospital? I don't know why people do different things in different countries. Holidays is a dated celebration that happens yearly. A vacation can happen literally whenever you want one. Okay, all right. I'm the arbiter of King's English. Do you think John Jones fights at MSG this November? I mean, he does traditionally do it every single year, but no, I think John Jones is done. I think the only thing that John Jones wanted to come back for is the White House card. And now that Dana White has made it very, very clear that John Jones, you're not welcome on the White House card, that's it. John Jones has dropped the thing that he has arthritis, and he's also dropped many other hints that he's just kind of done, man. He's just kind of done. Go and enjoy yourself. But a little bit. I don't mind. It's the middle of the day, and we're just, yeah. Dougie's Valium is kicking in again. No, I'll be all right. Dougie's doing the stream to honor Black History Month. I don't even know. It's not Black History Month. It's fucking February. All right? There's no such thing as Black History Month. God, I stink as well. I haven't had a shower since the flight. I just stink. It's all good. It's all good. These Asian Red Bulls is doing fucking nothing, brother. We press on, bro. We press on. I'm sure I'll pick up after I have a shower. We'll be right. All right, where am I up to? Neil lost his chin because of Prates. Yeah, you could say that. Although, is it like because of Prates, or is it how like Volk lost his chin because of Islam, and then Alexander Volkanovski went in there and he unfortunately had to go in there against Ilia Topuria? Like I think even if the Islam Makhachev fight had never happened, Volk would have still gotten knocked out by Ilia Topuria. And the same thing can be said for Jeff Neal Prates, and then going in there against Uros Medic. Like, the Prates fight was quite a while ago. I think it was 6 months ago, right? And Uros Medic has been knocking everyone out. So, is it just Uros Medic is just that fucking good, man? You're crashing or the roofie's working? The roofies in the water are probably working. Don't drink the coffee, you'll never sleep again. Don't drink the coffee, you'll never sleep again. No, I didn't have the coffee. I had the old South Asian Red Bull, mate. Neil needs to retire. I agree. I think he's done. Like, if he's getting hurt that much, it's not worth it, right? Does Bo Nickel beat Colby Covington at RAF? I literally don't care about American wrestling. In fact, I care less about RAF than I do about boxing. There, I said it. Prates versus Medic is actually a pretty sick fight. That is a sick fight, and we all know what happens, boys. Medic sleeps him in one. Why do Aussies have non-straight intercourse the rest of the world does? Non-straight intercourse. Why do Aussies have gay sex? Okay. Unfortunately, I think Medic's ceiling is probably beating Leon Edwards. No way. Thank you, Dinger, for gifting the membership, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for gifting the membership, man. Unfortunately, I think Uros Medic's ceiling is beating Edwards. Let me tell you what Uros Medic's ceiling is. The fucking belt. Okay? The belt wrapped around his waist and defending it 9 times. That is Uros Medic's ceiling. What is up, John Dong? How are you? Medic has devastating power. It makes me suspect he's not really Serb. Okay, well, he's also got a very weak chin, which Serbs are notorious for. If MVP was still at middleweight, how would him versus Strickland go? Probably not good for Strickland, right? Because MVP is that in-out counter-puncher. Although, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Strickland, he doesn't give you a lot of room to work. He's constantly walking at you. If you're dancing around and cutting off the cage, he's just staying right in front of you. He doesn't mind if you're cutting off the cage. He'll take big steps either way to stop you cutting off the cage. It would be like it would be a sweaty, boring fight. Sweaty for us to see how it would go down, but also boring for us at the same time. Imagine Orlby and Medic are the champs of the division in 3 years. Now we are talking. Orlby down at 155 and Medic at 140, 170. Now we have divisions. How do you think Prime Silver versus Strickland goes? I think Silva probably wins that. Silva had really devastating knockout power, and we've seen Sean Strickland knocked out by Alex Pereira. Yeah. Also, we've done that one. We've done the one. If Medic had a chin and not a Serb stop button, he'd be a Serb stop button, not a Serbian stop button. He'd be a problem, man. Let me tell you, man, he'd be a fucking problem. Careful with those Red Bulls. They weaken the immune system. Oh, is that why everyone gets sick when they come here? I thought it was the AIDS from fucking ladyboys in the ass. But it must be the Asian Red Bulls. There you go. You're crazy if you think Drickus can loop around the guard and Anderson can't with so much more ease. That is true, right? That is very, very true. And plus the power of Anderson Silva as well. Let's have a look at the rest of the top 10. Okay. So, do we get through Kamaru Usman? I want to see Medic's wrestling tested again. Do we get through Sean Brady? Easily. Carlos Prates? Easily. I'm on the wrong screen. Carlos Prates, Uros Medic sleeps him in 1 round. Carlos Prates wants to stand there and play that Muay Thai game with him. Not on our fucking watch. Thank you, Moody Wizard, for re-upping your membership, man. I really appreciate it. Bilal Muhammad stands there and tries to do his Toad-esque pocket boxing. Not a fucking chance either. Uros Medic fucking sleeps him. Now, Michael Morales versus the great Uros Medic. I'm going to touch you, James. I'm going to touch you. I'm going to sneak into your house at night, James. I'm going to chloroform you, James. I'm going to put you into a suitcase, James. I'm going to take that suitcase and smuggle it through immigration, James. I'm going to move you all the way to Vietnam with me, James. And I'm going to tie you to a statue of Mao Zedong. And I'm going to do things to you, James. I'm going to touch you. What was I saying? Good to see you, James. I hope you've been well. I want everyone to be picking Peterson to beat MVP. No one's going to be picking Peterson to beat MVP. Dougie gets his chin from his father's side. My mum's the Serbian one. Let's go, bro. Have fun on your holiday. Thank you, Moody Wizard. I really appreciate it, man. Spidic is going to KO himself trying to answer a phone call. He's not that chinny. Morales has that pride power. Yeah, Morales versus Sergey Spivak. Morales versus Uros Medic. I said, Uros Medic. Wow, what a fighter. What a fighter. I'd love to fight him. You'd have to go with Euros. Dude, you'd have to pick Uros Medic. You know, I think the only person Uros Medic can't beat in the top 7 is just Jack Della Maddalena. I mean, Islam Makhachev was knocked down by Renato Moicano. Thank you, MMA Dinger, for the $2, man. Dougie's about to get arrested in Nam. We'll find out together. Thank you for the $2, man. I appreciate it. You've bought me many, many beers tonight. You're a gentleman. You're an absolute gentleman, mate. Thank you so much for buying me many, many beers tonight. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, the only one Uros Medic can't destroy is JDM. JDM boxes the bleeding nose off the thing, eh? But everyone else, I think it's pretty obvious that they succumb to the power that is Uros Medic. Even Islam Makhachev. Even Islam Makhachev. As we know, Islam Makhachev got outboxed by Dustin Poirier. You know, Islam Makhachev's easy to box up. That loss to Pony is such a bad botch on Spedic. That loss to Puni Soriano is such a bad botch on Spedic's resume. I know, it really is. But hey, shit happens, man. Just like the nobody was picking Medic besides me, Peterson is the guy. Peterson's not going to beat MVP, dude. Jim, I've been saying that Peterson is a real threat to MVP and everyone has been laughing at me. You literally said you were saying it as a joke. Not joke. You outed yourself as saying that was a joke. Don't even at me on this one, man. Can Medic handle the zesty power of Michael Morales or is he just too fucking gay? Yeah, mate. I don't know if you know this, but in Serbia, there are no gays, mate. Patterson is legit, man. I don't think people get how he's going to get to... I don't know how people... I'm going to have to... This is the problem, right? I'm going to have to go back and, like, actually properly watch Sam Patterson fights because it's one of those ones where, like... You sort of zone out. You sort of zone out, right? Spedic never has issues sleeping at night because he gets chinned when he lays his head on the pillow. Okay, this is just turning into just being mean to Serbians for no reason. I never said it as a joke. I said I was hyping it up to make things interesting on the channel. They're completely different, mate. I never said I wasn't taking it seriously. I just said I was doing it to make things interesting on the channel. Do you think Strickland would finish a prime Whittaker and a 2006-year-old Romero? He'd finish a 2016-year-old Romero, but no. No, but Whittaker would box the bleeding head off him. Whittaker in-out with his in-out striking would absolutely destroy him, mate. Who do you reckon we should keep Imavov busy with while Storm handles the beef with the champ? Well, I don't like this line of questioning. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. The integrity of the sport says that Imavov should get the shot. Now, I don't care and I'm not going to make a video about it and I'm not going to whinge. So, I guess Imavov versus RDR, just for shits and giggles. Has Imavov fought Brendan Allen already? I can't remember. If he hasn't fought Brendan Allen, fucking give him Brendan Allen. But it is unfair for Imavov, to be honest. He got first 4 round finishes in a row. How does that not excite you? Peterson? Because I just can't remember them. So yeah, I need a refresher. I need a refresher. I've got insanely retarded and possibly the craftiest pick for next time. I know I need to sit down and start looking at like it's Tuesday now, right? Monday I don't mind taking the day off, but I've really got to lock in for this week's card. I think before bed and when I shower, I've got to find a way to watch the fights. I think when I'm taking a shower, I'll chuck some fights on. Yeah, we'll see what's happening. Lona Kavanagh might be the crafty pick. I don't remember you leaving your living room looking like this, Crisp. Stop it. Is the year of the Unk going to extend into 2026? Well, it didn't with Jeff Neal, did it? But Allen was compromised because Paris tried to draw. Oh, is that the one? Yes. Brendan Allen versus Imavov. And then during his weight cut, they came in and did some botch-ass... they did some botch-ass blood withdrawals on him while he was cutting weight. I remember. If Shitticut was a car, all of his bones would be crumple zones. Whittaker is made of fucking titanium steel like Wolverine, mate. I got to pick Moreno, but I do kind of want to pick Lonar too. You know what I think the mistake I made with last week was while we were doing the picks? The mistake I made with last week was I tried to get too crafty with it. The O'Day Osborne one. Because, again, here's the thing, right? We've talked about this before. You know there's going to be some upsets. So you need to make a crafty underdog pick somewhere. And then you get carried away with, like, which one's going to be the crafty underdog pick. I should have just made Uros Medic my crafty underdog pick. But I tried to get too crafty with it, so... yeah. Dougie finally escaped Australia. I did, James, finally. Craftiness is the gift in the... It is. Because like you can fall into it too much. Being like trying to overthink the card. It's what makes the picking such a pain in the ass. Feels like we're in limbo until we find out who's fighting at the White House, yet I feel deep down no one gives a fuck about it. I think people do give a fuck about it, Dinger. I do. I think it's going to be a hell of a spectacle. And I'm interested to see how many title fights they try and whack on there. I give a fuck about it. I know you say that Whittaker is good, but I've never actually seen Whittaker in a good fight. Well, number one, we don't call him Shittiker on this channel. He is good. And, like, when he beat Izzy in the second fight, both the Yoel Romero fights, Whittaker versus Jared Cannonier is like a masterclass in MMA. There are many, Whittaker versus Ikram Askarov, there are many Whittaker highlight moments. Must have been so fun being you when Medic laid out Jeff. It was great, but at the same time, I felt really sad in my soul because I didn't back him, you know? I didn't back him. Dougie, I just saw your thumbnail. Well, you guys I had a super racist thumbnail. And then I realized that I was essentially doing blackface. Do I still have it or did I delete it? Let me see if I still have it. Is it in my history? Maybe. Yeah. Thank you, Cheddarhead, for the $10, man. I really appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Cheddarhead. That's so much money, especially here in Vietnam. Thank you so much for the $10. I buy myself many a good drink. Thank you, sir. You're a good man, Cheddarhead. You're a good man. Thank you, Cheddarhead. Thank you for the $10, man. I really appreciate you, Cheddarhead. That's a lot of money, man. Thank you so much. This was my original idea for the thumbnail, and then I realized that I was essentially doing blackface for the thumbnail, and that was probably not a good idea. This was the original thumbnail for today's. I was going to cut out the background. Then I went, that's probably not a good idea at all to do that as the original thumbnail. So I thought I would leave that one. But yeah, that's what I originally went with. And then I realized that's just the Asian version of blackface. Anyway, what's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're well, brother. What is up? I didn't see a difference. I'm getting banned. I can't go back into Australia. Thank you, Chedhead, for the $10, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, mate. With great power comes great responsibility. Choose your lock of the week wisely. Yes! Nacho, I'm sorry. We don't have your lock of the week animation on this laptop, but all of the good stuff will come back. I'm only going to be here for about 2 weeks. CP versus Conor is the most random fighter, and I couldn't care less. Yeah, but it really does put a lot of hype on Carlos Prates if he sleeps Conor McGregor. I actually do care about that one, James. That's a good fight. The food is hella cheap. The food is insanely cheap. It's so good. I'm spending days in my fortress of solitude for this lock of the week. It's important, Nacho. How are you, Eric? I hope you've been well. W. Cheddarhead, Dougie needs this. He had to move to India. I'm not in India. I'm in Vietnam. Pocket change for me. Don't see the difference. That's not racist at all. Good. Did you spend my $100 donut on a party time with 3 ladies? There's no lady boys here. We're in Vietnam, guys. They don't do lady boys in Vietnam, all right? Vietnam is It's a really nice country. I mean, I've only been here for like 4 hours, 5 hours. But it's a really nice country. Everyone's been really nice. But we'll see what happens as I stay here for a little longer. For just $10, girl in Vietnam make banana cry. For just $10, she make banana cry happy tears. Okay, that is fucking cooked. That is a cooked sentence that you have said there. For just $10, she make banana cry. Okay, that's... Oh, I'm not getting back into Australia with my hate speech. Jeff Neal was dangerously close to being last week's lock of the week. Oh, yeah, I actually thought you were going to make Jeff Neal the lock of the week. So that is a bold move, man. Don't avoid the question. What was the question? No, they don't have ladyboys here. So no, I didn't spend it on ladyboys. $10. Hi, Doggy. Sorry to ask you here, but I was gifted a membership and I can't access any of the perks and membership videos. Any idea why, please? Maybe the chat knows something. I have no idea. I'm sorry, brother. Maybe just keep refreshing it. I mean, you're definitely a member. I can see a little green kangaroo. Are you... Oh, what? No. If you're from Russia, you won't be able to watch the meme videos. If you're from Russia, you won't be able to watch any of the meme videos. You should be able to watch any of the membership live streams. You should be able to watch any of the camping vlogs, and you should be able to use any of the emojis. But the meme videos get banned in Russia because they have Western music in them and Russia bans them. Conor versus Prates, is that the rumor? Conor versus Prates is the rumor. But yeah, sorry, brother. I'm sorry that you're not getting the membership perks. Last time I checked Tapology, all the picks for this week's cards have heavy favorites. Well, that'll make it a little bit easy. So you just straight up spent it on men. I spent it on men. Don't you bringing out the racist in me? I know, Noob Cake. This channel is starting to change you, mate. I saw the Prates versus Conor rumor on Facebook. Is it true? I never believe this stuff there because Facebook is the dumbest fans. Well, it all comes from Twitter. So like as much as Elon Musk has made Twitter the home of free speech, and we do appreciate him for that. It does also mean that people can just make up straight up bullshit, and they do it for everything now. I would say like 80% of Twitter is just made up bullshit. And yeah, Conor versus Prates, it's rumored in the sense of like we're talking about it. Whether or not it's based on any real rumors, I pretty much doubt that. The MMA gods love to laugh at me, so I don't dare guarantee a Serb loss on a Serb's channel. Smart move, mate. We are not racist. Again, we've talked about this, all right? You fucking British Christians had an entire island to yourselves for 1,000 years, and all you did was descent into other tribes and start warring with each other, all the way up to medieval times, to the 90s, where the Irish weren't even the right kind of Irish. The Scottish weren't the right kind of Scottish. The Protestants weren't the right kind of Anglicans. It's retarded, okay? Impression of your reaction after Nacho picked Jeff Neal as the inaugural lock of the week, only to get slept in round 1. What a fucking idiot! I'm the gayest. I hate gay. All right. I ain't British. All right. I'm from England. Well, then you should be able to accept everything, dude. You should be able to get fucking everything. I don't know. Give it a day, refresh. I'm genuinely sorry. I don't know what to do about that. That's kind of like YouTube's problem. All we did was take over the world, you mean, and infight, like, consistently. And also, you know, the Danish was there as well. I think CP would actually hurt Conor badly. If it's Carlos Prates versus Conor McGregor, I'm picking Carlos Prates. Just by the way, I'm going to pick Carlos Prates. There's no way I'm picking Conor McGregor. The only fights Conor McGregor can win are against Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler, Renato Moicano. These are winnable fights for Conor McGregor. Everything else, no. And apparently it's going to be at welterweight. Apparently Conor's going to be back at welterweight. That's about it. We saw the cope of Paddy Pimblett. I shared that in the Discord. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but Paddy Pimblett thinks that the fight was a draw. So there's two people in the world that think Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje went the right way, and that is the MMA guru and Paddy Pimblett. That is it. Everyone else in the world is essentially giving like almost every single round to Justin Gaethje, but Paddy Pimblett thinks the fight was a fucking draw. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with Paddy Pimblett. That's the news essentially. We got UBen, we got UBen coming over to Zuffa Boxing for more money than most of the roster makes, except for Conor McGregor and John Jones. We have Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather happening at the Sphere, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see how that fight goes down at the Sphere. We have Ronda Rousey thinking that MVP, the promotion, is going to become bigger than the UFC, which it isn't. And we have Paddy Pimblett thinking that the fight against Justin Gaethje was a draw, which was not even fucking close. He won round 3. That was it. He won round 3. I think CP, we did that one. Conor should fight Chandler. Yes, he should fight Michael Chandler. He'd get that win. Classic, not my job. Wasn't it? I don't know what I did. I was actually sad you didn't hype up my lock of the week coming home as much as you should have because you were worried about the other guy's health. I did play, Joe's lock of the week. I did play your intro again. I did, but we'll get it. I mean, it was a pretty savage fucking knockout. I will always choose Conor McGregor because he's Conor McGregor. You know nothing about the sport, noob cake. Plot twist, Nacho is the former manager. Is that what you're talking about? Paddy was poked and it's been a long 24 hours of traveling. I'm getting pretty tired. Guys, tomorrow there will be a stream in the members section. In the members section, there will be a stream. It will be an IRL walking around the streets of Vietnam vlog. Then after that, for the next 2 weeks, pretty much normal content as usual on this laptop. I'll put the green screen up of the old studio so it feels like everything is normal. If you are interested in seeing spontaneous live streams from the back of a scooter, at a nightclub, at a shooting range, wandering through the markets, then you must subscribe to the other channel, which is in the Discord below. That is called Hilltop Gaming. Apart from that, everything else is pretty much going to be business as usual. Member stream tomorrow. Regular streams after that. If you want IRL in Vietnam content, make sure to have the notifications turned on for the gaming channel down there. That is it. That is it, guys. I'm going to have a well-needed shower. Thank you all so much for staying up with me during the stream that was on a little bit later than usual. I appreciate it. And that's it, guys. That is it. Dougie abandoned us. Was your Wi-Fi? I didn't go anywhere. Paddy got dropped like every minute of that fight. Yeah, Paddy didn't win. He won round 3. That is about it. Jacoby Smith threw at least 4 shots that were just super fucking necessary. Dude, those ground and pounds were horrible, dude. Horrible. There was a little lag. Mad buffer, but we're back. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard the outro, but anyway, I explained what the plan was for the week. I hope you guys heard that. Can we watch you show? No. One of your memberships, there should be a video that unlocks if you... Okay, Crisp, thank you. IRL rizzing up Vietnamese girls. All right, so like I said, tomorrow's stream, there isn't going to be like a Dougie's Corner stream tomorrow. There's going to be a members-only stream tomorrow in the streets of Vietnam. Then everything after that is going to be regular Dougie's Corner content, the same MMA content that we always make. If you want IRL content, that's what the other channel's for. That's what happened while there was a little bit of a lag. Sorry. Live from Stanley's Island, Diddy's bedroom should be the name of the stream. Welcome to Diddy's bedroom, brother. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to have a shower. I appreciate you all so much. I will see you all in tomorrow's video and in tomorrow's stream, wherever you guys are in the world. Have yourselves a fucking awesome one. Go to sleep, Americans. Have a great day, Europeans. Have a nice dinner and an afternoon, Australians. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Bye. See you guys. Appreciate all of you. Goodbye.